All right, welcome back to the Back and Body Hurts Rave podcast, where we talk about all things EDM related. In this week's episode, we're gonna be talking about Christine's special.
It's the Christine special, the long-awaited, the one we what was it? We hinted at last week.
Yeah, she was gone for 3 weeks?
Yeah,
19 days, yeah.
Yes.
Almost 3 weeks.
Almost 3
Yeah,
weeks.
almost 3 weeks.
Just minus the business days, and it's 3 weeks.
You mean the weekends?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what did everyone do this weekend?
Well, I don't know how I made headaches, but I made headaches.
Yeah, I made a headache. So it's my first DnB show.
Yeah, it was your first DnB show.
So Thursday, yes.
Yeah.
How I would say for DnB, my first DnB show, I think it was actually a good thing. Thank you.
Yeah, I convinced him to go.
Yeah.
Once again, for those who don't know, Headaches has been blowing up this year in the DnB scene. He's like new age jump up. It's like a certain type of DnB where it's like high energy, but like jump up can be very repetitive. But he's bringing like a new flair to it. So on the circuit this year, he's kind of blown up with a couple songs, a couple mashups. He just got his visa, so he's doing his North American tour for the first time. And Coda was at one of the stops.
Where's he from?
He's from the UK.
Oh, okay.
They're all from the UK.
Yeah, they're all.
Literally, they're all
Yeah.
well,
UK.
majority DnB artists are from the UK. It's
Yeah.
like ingrained there. So he got announced at Coda, which is sick. Drum and bass at Coda is always fire.
Coda is just always good.
Yeah,
Favorite menu.
yeah, Coda is always good. So it was a Thursday. It seems to be the growing trend because we can't book artists on Friday for certain things.
Yeah.
So after coming back from Dream State, we recorded the episode, and somehow I still went to Headaches.
Yeah. I don't know how you made it.
I was
yo.
fried, man.
When
fried.
when I saw Sonny inside Coda, I was like, "Yo, how are you still even alive?" And he's like, "I don't even know. But yeah, Headaches, very good. I danced a lot. It's kind of sad that only lasted an hour. So I texted the group chat like, "Yo, don't tell me it only lasted an hour."
Yeah, see, I don't know. Like some of these new, we saw Lude earlier this year at Coda too. 1 hour set. Like some of these recent drum and bass one, I know Delta Heavy does the same thing, like 1 hour sets, and that's it. It's kind of like what dubstep does, but dubstep usually does an hour in like 15 minutes.
Did you see Delta Heavy at the second show?
Was that this year?
Yeah, they had.
I probably did.
Yeah, it was at Coda, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I went. Yeah, it was like an hour.
That
15.
was March, I think.
It was July. It was in the summer.
Oh, right. I was at
it was in the
Awakenings.
summer. Yeah, I did. It was good, but Delta Heavy has some weird ass mashups. Like some of the mashups don't make sense. My one friend was literally looking at me when they heard the mashups and was like, "What the fuck is this? Like, how does this even work?"
Yeah. But they had a screen.
That's one of the cool things is that usually Coda is more dark ambient vibes because it does house and techno, but they had a screen. So they actually, I know earlier this year they did a Hunter.
Yeah, I was there.
HunterNet.
Yeah, and they had a
HunterNet.
screen. So they actually brought a screen for Headaches too.
But here's the thing though, no neon HunterNet, the screen was in front of the DJ, and then this one is actually behind the DJ. So what no neon HunterNet did was they had a mesh screen in front of the DJ, and then the projector was projecting on that mesh screen so that you can actually still see.
So budget hollow.
In a way, yes, yeah, budget hollow, yeah. So he was trying to do the hollow thing, but then when Headaches came on, the screen was behind the DJ, and
so
it was a lot clearer.
Yeah,
too.
they blocked off that back area at Coda,
Yeah.
so you couldn't go behind the DJ.
Yeah.
But they had a screen, which was like pretty, like the entire wall. It was like almost the entire wall. It's kind of cool. His visuals were just normal visuals ish, but
Yeah.
like for drum and bass, it kind of worked. Now here's a topic for discussion, because I saw it on TRC, and someone posted about it saying, "What do you guys think of the screen at Coda for all events?"
For those who do not know, TRC is Toronto Rave Community.
Yes.
If you ask me, I think it's a yay for not sold out events because
Not sold. Oh, okay.
yeah. So because everyone will be, it will be enough space for majority of the people to be in the center to see the screen.
Right. They'd have to sell tickets based on people not having access
Yeah.
to the back.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
Because the back part you can at least fit 20 people.
That's true. Yeah. And usually you have access all around. So it
Yeah,
opens
and
the
there's
space.
seats behind too.
See, I was following the thread, and my whole premise, my take is, I think you only do it for select events like headaches or
yeah.
like a specific event. I think with house and techno, you don't do it at all. Having a screen for house and techno just seems so weird.
I don't know about that one.
You-
Because at the industry event when we went to A-Rod, that one was pretty good.
Yeah, but that
But they
didn't
didn't
have a screen.
Yeah.
That's what I
I-
mean.
for
So I'm
house.
saying don't have it.
House, I think you still need a screen.
You really?
Techno, everything black with some flashing lights is okay.
Right. Okay. But my take on this is that it's a place like Coda. Say someone like who's coming up? Who played Odd Mob?
Odd Mob, yeah.
Odd Mob played recently. So someone like Odd Mob, would you have a screen behind them showing what? That's my take on
Visuals.
What visuals? Like
His name.
Oh, that's what I mean, right? Like
Yeah.
I just don't think House has like visuals. Like I'm trying to think of like main stage stuff too, like a John Summit on the main stage. Does he even have visuals?
Yeah.
Yeah, screens are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what is this?
John
I guess,
Summit,
yes.
and then like
Okay,
some
we got-
flowers, kaleidoscope.
I think for the vibe Coda goes for, and then this is more specific for Coda, I just think it doesn't make sense.
For Coda, no screens. For
Yeah, okay.
I think if you
agree
put
now.
him at like Rebel, sure, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
I think
But
they
how
should put
about
more
this?
lasers.
I'll give you another question. When Chris Avantgarde came,
Okay, yeah, I know what
Okay,
you're gonna say. I would have liked to see the robot.
And then-
But that's afterlife.
yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
like the thing is that
And
if you say
Taylor's.
selected events, I think for Chris Avantgarde,
So
he should have a screen.
no house, no techno, melodic techno.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah, melodic techno. Okay.
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 because they rely on visuals. As I said, it's an interesting topic. I think for the vibe Coda goes for, it's for select shows. In the end, I say leave it up to the DJ, because I'm assuming Headaches had involvement on to bring the screen. It wasn't Coda's
Probably, yeah.
decision, because it's just part of
Yeah.
his tours called the My Home Is the Rave,
Yeah.
and it's like his big saying, right? So he started off with the My Home Is Rave like saying,
Mm-hmm.
which is
That's
kind of
his intro,
cool.
yeah.
It's kind of like a vibe, right? But yeah, the set was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I pretty enjoyed it for however my mind was there. Like I reflected after. I'm like, yeah, that's
That's a
good set.
lot of energy.
Yeah, energy was just insane at the drum and bass show. It was so I go to a lot of drum and bass shows. It was a bit of a younger crowd, and I think that's what Headache's sound, the new age drum and bass, kind of gravitates toward. So it felt like a lot of the dubs people I know went to that show compared to the old school. Because I always relate drum and bass and trance very similar, where the crowd could be older, but there is the new age drum and bass where it's more younger, because it's more bassy, more heavy, more quick
Faster,
drops.
yeah.
So it was good for a Thursday. Good way to start the weekend.
Good way to start the weekend.
Even though I
and-
didn't need to go out.
the weekend.
Yeah,
this guy.
but like I think I'm going to more drum and bass show now. Now that I've experienced Headaches in Coda. Yes.
But that brings us back to our other topic, the trends we see coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Drum and bass has definitely been.
Yeah, it's popping
It's-
off.
it's
It's
popping
popping off
off,
like
yeah.
crazy. Because
Yeah.
I think what was it? Chase and Status sold out.
Yeah, Chase and Status did sold out.
Yeah, it's sold
which
out.
is like wild.
And the aftermarket pricing on Ticketmaster is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's like $200 a ticket
Yeah.
if you buy resale.
And this is for drum and bass. And it's that history too, which means there's at least 2,000 to 3,000 people in there. Which
I think everyone's going to history just to listen to that one song, the Badadan song.
Badadan?
Yeah.
Song of the year.
I'm
It's gonna be song of the
ready.
year.
I bought my ticket. I'm ready.
Headaches played it.
Yeah. He did.
So that was Thursday. Friday, would you?
I went to Timmy Trumpet. It was between Odd Mob and Timmy Trumpet, and like I was forced. I didn't want to go either one of them, but I was forced to go to Timmy Trumpet. But I've seen Timmy Trumpet like twice this year. Once in Escapade and once in Veld. Yeah. I personally think that the club set at Rebel is a lot better than both Escapade and Veld.
I think you just go nuts. I think with Timmy Trumpet, he's just so wild.
Pretty
that
much,
a club
yeah.
set is more intimate, and he can just do whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah.
Whereas
So-
a festival, it's like, once again, it's always broader audience that you have to reach.
Yeah, exactly. But like he kind of reached out to every genre in his set. He played psytrance, trance, house, techno, even DnB. He actually dropped that Rhyme Dance.
No, the Dimension remix?
Yeah, Dimension remix. Yeah,
let's
I was actually
go.
texting Sonny, yo, can you get the ID for this? He's like, yeah, I got you.
Literally, the moment, literally 2 seconds in the video, oh yeah, he's playing the Rhyme Dance Dimension ID.
Yeah.
Fire.
So he played everything. He played bass, whatnot. It was fun because like at Coda, you can shoulder ride. So there was one instance where
At Coda?
No, sorry, not Coda. My
Rebel.
mistake. Rebel. You can shoulder ride,
I was like,
right?
the ceilings are so low in Kona.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you can shoulder ride at Rebel. So there was one guy who had shirtless and he was pretty jacked and he was wearing a cowboy hat. He was trying to get the attention of Timmy Trumpet. So when he was when he was given the shoulder ride, he actually took it a level above. So he actually stood on the guy's shoulder. And
That's cracked.
Yeah, he stood on the guy's shoulder with the cowboy hat, and he's like pointing at Timmy Trumpet, it's like doing this, like, yo, notice me, senpai, kind of thing.
Did he?
No, he did not. I was
So
kind of
sad.
sad though.
It's like all those signs at those Steve Aoki shows telling them to keep them.
Yeah.
Did he play the trumpet?
Yeah, he did.
Of course.
Every
Every
show.
show.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's his thing.
Did he shoot a machine gun like the trumpet? I sent you that video. I'm like, please record this if he does this.
No, he did not. He did not.
There's literally one song I wanted to play, which is that
Nah.
Darren style remix
No,
of
he
We
did
Come
not
One.
play. He did not
just
play.
record it.
That I can assure you, he did not play.
Yeah.
But friends went to Mop. Typical house vibe at Coda. It's always good.
I was considering going to Odd Mob, but I didn't make it out.
Yeah, it sold out.
It did.
Yeah, it did
It
sold
did.
out.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, the people were trying to find tickets to Timmy Trumpet and Mop during that day, and yeah, I got my Timmy Trumpet for cheap. So
That's nice. Well, I started off with one event this weekend. It was only supposed to be
What
one.
is
It was
it?
supposed to be a chill
Yeah,
weekend.
me too.
It was supposed to be a chill weekend, and somehow I ended up at 3
Yeah.
this entire weekend. So on Friday, I won tickets. Now I was okay. So I initially did want to go because my one friend Trenton was playing too. So I wanted to see. I've been liking a bit more hard style and a bit more hard style, not hardcore, but like. Radical Redemption was in town, who's like a hardstyle hardcore artist. It was at Comfort Zone. Luckily, it didn't start at like 3-4 a.m. It started at like 1, which was like way
That's
better.
like typical.
Which was like
Typical.
way better, 1 hour set.
Yeah.
But I actually won one of the local contests, so I got 2 free tickets.
oh,
But you know what's
that's
hilarious?
how you know you need to go.
I haven't really said this to anyone. You know what actually happened? So I was talking to my buddy Trenton. I'm like, you know what? Because I saw him at Headaches. He was at Headaches too. And I'm like, how are you here? So both of us were fried at Headaches, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like somehow we made it to Headaches. And he's like, yeah, I'm DJing tomorrow. Somehow I got a DJ after Radical Redemption. I'm like, all right, I'll try pulling up just to support, right?
Yeah,
Once again, support your locals. You never know where they're going to go.
that's true.
So, and once again, support friends. If you're DJ friends, support them. So I actually bought my ticket at like 9. Okay, the timestamp was like 9:50 in the morning. I'm like, you know what? I was gonna buy it. I bought it the day of. Literally 20 minutes later, the contest people messaged me saying you won 2 free tickets, and I'm like, bro, I literally just bought my ticket 20 minutes ago. And I thought I didn't win the contest because they were supposed to announce it the day before.
Earlier.
They were supposed to announce it the day before.
Okay.
And he's like, sorry, I was really sick, so I had to announce it now. And I'm like, okay, but I just bought a ticket. Can you like do anything for me?
Mhm.
And then he's like, yeah, let me talk to them. So luckily he talked to them and I got a refund. And I
Nice,
used
yeah.
the 2 free tickets and took another friend. But yeah, it was a pretty intense set. I know
Where
we're
was
on the
it?
hard techno bandwagon, but man, that hard style
Hardstyle, yeah.
at
I wanna
CZ
go- I wanna
was
go to-
like kind of bonkers.
CZ.
It's not my preferred style because it's like very like I like a little bit of the what is it? Happy hard style where it's a little bit more uplifting, like happy songs. But some of these drops were just like heavy as hell.
My goodness.
But it was fun. It was small group too.
Was
yeah.
it packed? That's easy.
No, it wasn't packed at all. It was quite good.
Yeah. CZ, it's either it's really packed or it's not really packed.
Yeah, I left once I started seeing the normal CZ crowd come in. I'm like, okay, now it's time for me to leave.
Yeah.
I'm
That sounds about right. Yes.
So I didn't stay fully for my friend set. Plus, I was also tired.
Mm-hmm.
And then yeah, And then Saturday, what did you do Saturday?
Saturday I was actually working in the morning until like late evening, and then I was just checking out TRC ticket thread, and people were actually trying to get rid of MK.
Yeah, Mark Kitchen.
And
That's with Will Clark, right? MK and Will Clark.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
a really good lineup.
Yeah.
Will Clark's
Yeah.
great.
I like Will.
So, and I was like looking for tickets, I was seeing, and the prices tanked like pretty heavily.
Like
So-
$20, right? 20, $30.
No, like so it started going down 50, 40, 30. Then I just randomly said like, hey, I'll buy someone's ticket for $20. And like 6 people messaged me.
Did you posted it on that?
No. I went to the group chat, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
group
Yeah,
chat.
yeah.
I said, I'll buy someone's ticket for $20. And 6 people messaged me.
Oh my god.
Which one did you choose? You just chose the first
I
one?
just chose the first one.
Yeah, because,
And
so
the
that-
first one was still saying like, yo, come on, 25. I'm like, I already said I'm gonna get it for 20. You either give it to me for 20
Oh,
or
you can send a screenshot. Everybody's messaging.
It sucks to see, but
but then it didn't.
that's a power play.
I know you would do it, but like the thing is that like for me, I just tell like, yo, if you want me to offload your ticket, I'm doing it for $20, and did not take any convincing. It's like 25. 5 minutes later, sorry, for $20. Okay, fine.
you know what? We've talked about this in the time of prices being like people reselling for more.
Yeah.
You always have that one odd event that just tanks.
Just tanks heavily.
So I guess this was the one that tanks.
Yeah.
Well, it really depends on the scene.
I mean,
you
Tech
gotta
House
really
is
know the
pretty
market.
big here, though.
Yeah, but I don't know. It wasn't really marketed that well, and there wasn't like a lot of hype generated around it. Where was it?
I didn't hear anything about that.
It was
Yeah.
history.
It was a hit.
History.
Yeah, you're right. There wasn't good.
History?
I think the problem is that it's MK, so okay, the problem is when I hear MK, I think of Mark Knight.
Michael Kors.
Or like, yeah, there's a whole bunch of acronyms you can use. Even some vitamins are called M and K. So,
Yeah.
So once again, Will Clark's good, but once again, I agree. I don't think it was marketed very well, and a lot of people don't know MK is Mark Kitchen.
Yeah.
Like I guess.
But it was him, Mark.
But if
Kitchen.
you say, "Oh, Mark Kitchen's playing," it's like who?
Yeah,
Oh, you
yeah.
mean I mean MK, right?
Yeah.
So like, I just don't think he was marketed very well for the Tech
Yeah.
House crowd.
It really depends. Like if you see him a lot on Instagram and like a lot of the reels,
Mhm.
then you can market it better.
Yeah.
Did it
But
sell
I don't-
out?
I don't really see.
I don't
any
know
Will
whether
Clark
it's sold out, but like when I went there, here's the thing though. When I went to history, the only reason why I was tempted to go is because like history after the area around history after 9 o'clock is free parking. That what convinced me that it's okay to go for $20, right? So I went there. I went for Will Clark's set. It was completely empty.
That's sad.
It was, like, I
That's
was
sad.
able to not completely empty, but like there were people there. It's just so easy to move to the crowd,
It
and
was
like
MK first or Will Clark?
Will
Will
Clark
Clark-
was
yeah,
first.
Will
Yes,
Clark. Wow.
yeah. Will Clark was first, and like I enjoyed Will Clark's set. Although I was dead tired. I was.
Did you go by yourself?
I went by myself, yeah.
Oh, damn.
But I did meet two groups of friends that went to MK, but I was there majority of the time alone. I do not know what I can consider that a solo rave, but
See that's the thing nowadays. Like I think like me and you are definitely in this boat where
Yeah.
I always drive alone sometimes to venues because of where I live,
Mhm.
but I know like so many people there. Like
Yeah.
I just end up meeting people, or like even if I don't know someone's going, I'll just run into someone and be like, "Oh, what's up?" And it's
Yeah,
like,
pretty
okay.
much, yeah.
I think a solo. I guess we gotta define what solo rave is. Have a definition. Like solo rave could be like, oh, you're out of town, and then you go to a venue that you know nobody.
I think there's two sides to definitions to it. It just depends on what the person is. So I consider solo raving as
You don't tell anyone that you're going to this event.
yeah, and then you
Okay.
go on your own. Like it's all in your control,
Mm-hmm.
right? If you meet up with someone, that's not really solo raving. You're meeting, even though you drive I drive separately. If I know someone's going, I'm not solo raving at that point. Solo raving is like I bought a ticket to this. I don't know anyone going. I didn't ask, and I'm just gonna go. And then whatever happens, happens.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
But that's pretty much what happened to me. I did not know that there are some group of friends that are going because I wasn't spying on the Instagram stories. I was like busy working, and then next thing you know, I went there. I found, hey, I know you. hey, I know you.
Yeah.
Hey, I know you. Oh my god.
It's a group.
It's a group. Yeah.
Yeah, you get adopted.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So yeah, that sucks. That sucks to hear about that.
But hey,
maybe the venue was too big for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think
like,
so.
We talk
Maybe a
about
little
Odd Mob.
bit,
Maybe
yeah.
they should just put him back at Coda and it would have been fine.
What?
MK.
yeah.
Maybe it was too big.
Yeah.
but he did play his original
Rhyme Dust? Hey,
so
no,
once I
still
listened
not
to
that
it,
good.
and I was like, okay, I need the Dimension remix.
Yeah, it's so much
And then
better.
I was asking Sonny, and then he's like, you know who will play it? Wilkinson. I was like, done deal. I'm there.
You might as well get the ticket. So yeah, I ended up going to another event.
Sigh.
Another one.
Oh my god.
Back to back.
So bad. And I went to free for this one too. Oh, okay. So I guess if it's free, your chances of going to the event are very high.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
to happen. And it was also one of the ones of my one buddy's like, hey, I'll go if you go. So it's like,
It's a
fuck. And then
chokehold.
he chose to go. So I'm like, I guess I'm going.
Yeah.
And then the thing is, okay, so it was Enamor at Coda, and Osmosis, the local company, was running. Oz has a very good following for like their type of events. Oz Atkins, like the head guy, he's been around forever. Like, he's very well respected in the scene. He hosted this event. Now, Enamor brings like a different style of like Injuna deep style, more prog, but I didn't really go into it knowing too much of his stuff. I honestly didn't like the set at all. And my one buddy kind of knew about it, but like we were listening to the set and we're like, yo, this is not what I thought he was going to play. It was just like jungly, very like weird Injuna vibes. It wasn't really Injuna. He seemed like experimenting. One thing, I went for free, and then we ended up leaving like an hour, and I didn't even stay for the set, like full set. We just,
Usually when it's free, you're more like inclined to leave early.
yeah, that's essentially what it was. I'm like, oh, I'm here. Okay, let's give it 1-2 more songs.
Because if you're going for free, you're already on the fence about going or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just one of those. It was one of those
It's
ones.
like you
that was
don't
just
lose anything.
Yeah, I
if you
should
leave
I
early.
should have probably just stayed home and slept. That's essentially what I should have done.
Gosh.
Oh well, we're here now, so we're fine.
Hey, we are bringing you content. That's the
Yeah.
main thing. Yes.
Yeah.
We're doing this for you.
Yeah. As I said, maybe the vibe would have fit. As I said, maybe my mood wasn't like just didn't know what to expect. So, I mean, I went for free. I left early. I have that right. So.
All right, I think that's about it for our activities in Toronto.
Now we also get to find out what the hell happened the last 19 days because
Yeah.
we actually don't know either.
She was here, she was there.
we only saw a glimpse. We only have glimpse of episodes from her when she announced that she's still alive. But
Yeah. It's like, are you okay?
yeah.
I'm like, oh, we're still posting.
Yeah.
We're post gaming.
Yeah.
So-
okay. So
okay.
wait. So I
Where
guess
do
this
we
is gonna be like a
begin?
lot of questions
Yeah.
first. I don't know how you want to do it. Do you have like a? I want to ask. Okay. So first thing I
Yeah,
want
just go
to.
freestyle.
I want to ask. Okay. You ended up at 19 days. What was the initial itinerary?
yeah.
And how did it transform from there? I think that's what I think we'll start with that.
So I was supposed to arrive in New York November 10th morning, which was a Friday. I think I was planning to stay for, what was it, 8 days?
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
okay.
it was somewhere there.
Yeah, you were supposed to come back the next week, like before I went.
Like before we would
Before,
film
yeah.
a next episode.
Yeah.
Before
So-
you went to Dream State.
Yeah, you're supposed to be back.
It was supposed to be November. No. I was supposed to stay for exactly a week. November 17th, I believe.
Yeah, so you would have came back
Okay.
Dream State weekend.
Yeah.
And then in the middle of the week, was it in the middle of the week? Yeah, it was maybe Monday, Tuesday of the week I was supposed to leave. So maybe like the 13th or the 14th, we were post gaming, and we post game all the time over there in New York with my friends, and they're like, Christine, you should come to Thanksgiving, like American Thanksgiving, which was the week after, and I'm like, this is not happening. Like, I'm literally pulling this out of my bottom. Like
Yeah.
this is not happening.
Did you force initially going to this trip too? Like, or was it a plan?
Yeah, it was like, because the plan was to go see RL Grime with 2 friends that were driving, and I only have a G1. I don't drive. So then we were going to book it overnight 8 hours.
So
Yeah.
you went the Friday, right? You flew in the Friday.
So this is what happened. There's supposed to be 2 drivers, and I was clearly the one that was supposed to be sleeping in the car. But one of the drivers is a last minute Luke. You know who you are. He knows who you are. He likes to decide things last week of, and he decided to say no the week we were supposed to leave. My backup plan was to take the train.
Okay.
So I was like, at least I could sleep on the train. There's Wi-Fi. I could put away my luggage nicely. All the train tickets to New York City were sold out. I had my ticket back. My flight ticket back, because they usually leave early, so I usually fly back alone if any of these things were to happen. Had my flight ticket back, and I had tickets to all the events.
So it's like I gotta go.
It's gotta happen. So your girl ended up taking a 12-hour bus ride to New York City, a mega bus.
A mega bus.
Yeah.
I've never heard of it.
Oh yeah.
You never heard?
Is it the
budget bus line?
Is
It's
it
like a
the
budget bus line.
Is it
You
the
know
blue
what?
one with the fat guy on
Oh,
it?
not mega bus.
No.
My bad.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
It is. That's a good description.
My bad. It's not Megabus. That actually got phased out of Canada, I think.
No.
I took
It's still here.
Flixbus.
It's still here.
It was Flixbus, but I booked through Flixbus, and it ended up being a Greyhound. So okay, yeah.
It's all connected.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they actually buy the seats off thing and they promote it on other platforms.
So
Flex.
Yeah. Megabus too.
Speaking of Megabus, it's probably too late now, but usually just a tip for next year, during the Black Friday, Cyber Monday stuff,
Yeah,
they
they
usually have
have-
$10 trips to Montreal and stuff like that. You can book.
last year when Flixbus first got launched, I bought a ticket for $5 to go to Ottawa for Escapade.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And then coming back was like $15. So
Wow.
yeah.
It's wild.
But yeah, I arrived in Manhattan at 4:30 a.m. on Friday on the 10th. Was it? Yes. I took a nap because I was staying in Queens with a friend. Took a nap and then I took a nap at a friend's place who lived in Manhattan because I was like, there's no way for me carrying this luggage all in the dark. I didn't want to take it down the subway. You would never take the elevators in the New York City subways because they just smell. So I wasn't going to lug all my luggage down those stairs because in like the MTA, there's flights and flights of stairs for you to get to your
It's pretty
destination
bad.
platform.
It's pretty bad.
So-
We did it too for Afterlife.
So I took a 5-minute Uber to my friend's house and took a nap, and then in Manhattan, and then went to my other friend's place who I was staying with in Queens. Just settled down a little. I honestly don't really know what happened that day, honestly. And then at night we went to RL Grime.
That was a Friday.
That was a Friday. Wow.
Was it?
Wow.
Was it RL Grime?
Was
It was RL Grime.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I've been begging for someone to. He announced his play tour, and we got debated so hard because the final stop said Ontario, CA.
California.
Which is California, actual Ontario in California. And I was like, oh, I was so mad when I saw that because he did, like, for those of you who don't know, it's my favorite album he released this year. So his play album is absolutely,
Jewel with.
it's absolutely fantastic and a
ISO
masterpiece. Yeah. Like in general, the entire album has so many good tunes. And then he announced his play tour. And RL Grime, if anyone's watching any recent set, has been on a tear for how good.
Trap is back.
Like he's literally considered the trap god, and like he still holds that mantle. And yeah, I was very upset when no Canadian dates were announced. So
Yeah,
it's like,
there's a lot of those things. It's like back when Knock 2 announced all his like locations, and out of all locations, he chose Montreal.
Montreal's more of a base city, but
Yeah.
it kind of someone could have brought him to Toronto. I don't know why.
Yeah.
At least we have ISO coming.
Yeah, February. But going back to RL Grime, we all showed up right before he started. So like right before 10:30, 11.
So you didn't see any of the support?
Yeah, I don't think I saw any support. And then my friend lost her phone within the first 10 minutes and RL Grime started happening. I spent the first half an hour freaking out and helping her look for her phone.
Did
So
you
it was like
find it?
5 minutes of like this, like filming and being like a little excited about the set because it was really good. There it was bangers on bangers, but then 10 minutes like looking on the floor, walking around.
Did she find it?
We found it like days later, calling lost and found.
Oh, so someone returned
Yes.
it. Okay, that's good. Yeah,
But
that's good.
my like it essentially ruined my like vibes for the night.
Yeah, I had that happen at a set at EDC, and it ruins it. Like my
Yeah.
one friend literally got his phone pickpocketed, and I was helping him search for like half the set. Because I'm like, but at that one point,
Yeah, but then if at one point if you lose your phone at EDC,
It's
it's
gone.
good. It's gone.
It's gone.
But it was actually wild, and I guess we can branch off a little bit on this topic. It's actually wild how much we rely on our phones. I think people know how much we rely on our phones, but how much of a detriment it is, especially when you're on a trip, if you lose your phone. Like, everything was on it. Like, I had to go with him to, like, the store because I had to call the Ubers because, he didn't have any other way to call the Ubers or anything. It's just, like, he had all his boarding pass stuff on his phone. He didn't have, like, access to his emails and all that. So
Like,
it was
the
just
phone number and everything, getting a SIM
it's like,
card.
Yeah, it's like everyone's like, oh, you need to... We're sending something to your phone. Oh, I don't have my phone, so how can I even do this?
Wait, so he's Canadian?
No, he was American.
Okay, because if he was Canadian, I'm like, how are you acquiring a SIM card?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
he was American, so we
Yeah.
just had to go